Where are you from?
Wait,
First question, get into it.
um, born and raised London, North London, to be specific, Holloway, and like Northwest London, so like Camden area. That's where I'm from, and then like background, ethnicity background. I'm more Jamaican than anything else. I'm a melting pot of stuff, but like Jamaican mainly, Afro-Hispanic, and like Southeast Asian and East African, but more Jamaican than anything else. Not I'm not ethnic maxing or anything, but you feel
Okay,
me?
you definitely hear some of your Jamaican roots on some of your newer music.
Trust, trust. I'm glad you pull up that shit.
Yeah, are we gonna see more of that?
Oh hell yeah, of course,
Okay.
100%. My mom told me to start doing it too. She's like, "Come on," and I was like, "Okay, fine." So most definitely.
Shit like that definitely makes you stand out because it's like you're showing more of your roots and just being true to who you are, you know what I'm saying?
No, for real. One thing I like to add as well, Bad Bunny made me want to do it more often too. I'll be real. Like seeing Bad Bunny perform at the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
just in pure Spanish, I was like, yo, respect. Like, just embrace your cultures. I realize we're in a time and place now where we need to embrace our cultures more than ever, you know?
Definitely we need individuality because I feel like with the internet, it's like everybody's kind of from the same place, if that makes sense. But like without the
No, fact.
like, okay, he's from Chicago or he's from Atlanta or he's from UK or he's from, Africa or something like that. But now everybody's
Mhm.
the same and learning the same slang like unk and stuff like that. They used to be like not on the internet and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Different shit like
That word annoys me so much.
everything is kind of like together. So individuality is what we need more of. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. We need to be unified. Otherwise, nothing happens, you know?
Mhm. Speaking of the UK, I know you've been to America for a little bit. You know the little LA era. So how is
Mhm.
the UK and America different?
I say the UK is more raw. Like, we're raw as fuck. Like, we don't fuck about, let's basically put it, like, gritty, gritty, and understated as hell. Like, compared to where America's just like larger than life type of thing. This is coming from me being like originally British. Like, me being in the UK, everyone, not everyone, but I definitely say my generation, were more very like serious. Like, we're not fucking around, bro. Like, we got time to do boom, 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 boom. To where when I went to America, everyone's just kind of like, I'm not saying no one's goofy. No, no, no. But like, you feel me? To where like me being from London and then going to LA, I was like, this is a whole complete different world. That shit would not run in London at all. Do you know what I mean?
You feel like in terms of sense of urgency or like something things that some people would do as far
I
as
mean, in a sense of like artist wise, music, like UK builds slowly, you know,
okay.
to where like America amplifies everything like so damn quickly. But
Mm.
like, I still like take pieces from both places, you know, because literally lived two lives, London and then like Cali. So, but yeah, UK's raw as fuck, for real shit. Yeah.
Imagine being in LA, you would see artists like rise super fast. And back in the UK, the
hmm
artists were like, damn, he deserves to get the shine, but his grind is coming a little bit slower.
That's another reason why I ended up leaving London, if you want me to be real, because like I knew deep down that like if I stayed in London, nothing would have really worked. Not nothing, but it would have took a very longer time, bro. So I went to LA and I was like, bro, I'm pretty sure I'm at like my third, fourth day in LA. I was already like 10K followers deep. I got to LA with 4,000 followers and I did like one show and I woke up and it said 10,000 followers. I was like, Jesus Christ. But that's gone now, innit? I got to start again. Fuck.
And,
Hey,
and
man. That's how it goes.
how did that shit feel to wake up to like 10 hours?
Um, I'm trying to think of the right word to say. Like, I was shocked,
Mm.
but you always expect results like that when you work your ass off. You know what I mean? So I was like, I woke up, I was like, oh damn. But then my brain was like, no, this is good. This is what's supposed to be happening. You're supposed to get used to this stuff. So C10K, I was like, okay, I like this. And then
Mm.
more and more verified badge people started following me and shit. I was like, all right, I guess followers do make something, I guess. But mm.
Did you see a lot of people start trying to like take the swag that you was trying to put out and like make it their own?
Dog, I felt like Soldier Boy. I felt crazy, bro. You don't understand. Like, still to this day, not to be like egotistic or braggadocio or anything, but like, bro, sometimes I really sit here and I go, that nigga took my flow, word for word, bar for bar. But then, like, I always tell myself to like humble your ego and just see as like, bro, you're obviously doing something that people think are fire. They think it's fire, bro. So, like, if anything, they're paying homage, but they just don't want to their egos are, and their pride is too high, so they don't want to say it and be like, "Yo, bro, boom, boom, boom." You know, like I do the same to some artists. Like, bro, I'm not gonna DM Chief Keef and be like, "Yo, bro, I'm taking homage."
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense, but like, yeah, it happens. You know, like whole Lil B thing happened with Lil B and Soldier Boy, and like, you just got to understand that if people bite swag, it's not really biting swag. It's more like they think you cool as fuck and they fuck with what you're doing, and they want to give it a try, you know? And that's completely fine.
it's inspiration. Kind of how like ASAP Rocky was from New York. He was not taking swag, but getting inspired from Houston and the South and stuff
Exactly.
like that.
Oh God. I feel like trying to think. People copying is flattery, you know? It's, people see something in you to where they want to go, I want to give it a try. And I like that shit. Used to not like it, but I like it now. It makes me smile.
I think without that, we wouldn't have a lot of the great now because a lot of the great artists are inspired by something else. It's all just like a big melting pot of inspiration.
Oh God, like do you remember when Young Thug first started popping in the scene? People said he sounded like Wayne.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
remember when Uzi first popped on the scene, and then they said he sounds like Young Thug, and
yeah.
now we got Sky Water, and then people are like he sounds like Uzi. Like, bro, it happens. History repeats itself to where it doesn't matter even if you have something original. People are gonna compare. Comparison is flattery, dog. You feel me? Like people
Yeah.
compare when they don't know what bracket to put you in, but they're not doing it to shit on your work. They're doing it because they see something and they go, "Oh, this reminds me of my other favorite artist." That I love it. I love that shit.
Did the comparisons used to make you mad at all, or did you like grow to understand it? How did you feel about that?
Oh hell yeah! Shit. Listen, it stressed me out so much in the beginning. Like in the beginning, people like he sounds like Peep. I'm like, I'm not Peep. I'm Summer. Stop. But then like I'd listen to my music and be like, hey, ain't gonna lie, bro. You kind of jacking that nigga swag, bro. Like you can't even be mad. You can't even be mad. Like if people say you sound like Suicide Boys and Peep, um dogs bark and cats meow, nigga. Like, bro, you know what you're doing. But like I always like to say, when I started doing that sound, I was doing it to fill a void because these artists, like Pete passed away, X passed away, Juice WRLD passed away, and I felt like there was like a metaphorical torch that needed to be carried. And because I understand the formula, my brain was like, let me give it a try. Did not expect that sound to pop off,
Mhm.
but yeah, it did stress me out in the beginning. I was like, shut up. No, I'm Summer. Da 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 da. But then my brain went, you know what? Embrace that shit, nigga. Just embrace it. It's
Right.
clutch.
You feel like embracing it helped you get further in your career?
Oh yeah, 100%. Defo. Defo.
Yeah,
100%. Help me find my sound also too. You know? 100%.
yeah, yeah. All that classic music that your supporters fuck with is the older music, and
I'm so, bro.
just so people.
I'm trying, like, my mom told me stop trying to force feed people food that they've never tried before. And I was like, you're right. Like they always like for example, my new album, they're like, I love Pasadena. I'm like, no, stop
Mm,
liking Pasadena. Listen to that one. And my brain went, stop running from it, bro. Look, people still listening to your shit. Why are you complaining? Bro, do you want no streams?
Mm.
Like, I need to stop complaining, but I'm a critique, bro. I'm a perfectionist, and I'm very with my music. But I've now just realized, you know what? Fuck it. There's a billion people on this planet. There's gonna be more people to find in the sense of like other sounds and stuff.
Because people are always gonna bump the old shit, reality,
Yeah, facts. Hypocrisy. I bump my favorite artist's old shit, and I want sometimes them to go back to their old sound. So I can't. I just need to shush and just let music live.
Yeah. But to play devil
But
can get annoying when you want to put out a new sound or something new and show your growth. And then some people aren't necessarily interested or just so in love with the old music that they can't get detached from the old music and get to the new music.
that used to annoy me. But then my brain also told me maybe then the new music that your current fans don't relate to is for new fans. You
Mm,
know, that's why I told myself I was like, okay, fair enough. They might not like my drill stuff. Cool. But other people will, and that just builds a broader fan base to where now I have the fans that like that genre stuff, and I have the fans that like the drill stuff, and do you know what I mean? So I'm not even fussed about it. I just feel like I need to just feed the machine better. That's pretty much it.
if you look at it, it's kind of like party because you have people that haven't heard like this old shit, party shit. And then you got the people that came in on like the whole lot of red era. So it's kind of
Mm,
feeding a new fan base. As crazy as it's
facts.
some people that kind of don't even like his old shit. It's crazy. They're newer fans of
No, God.
so he's just feeding that machine now, and then like maybe a couple years from now he'll be feeding a new type of genre or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. People did not even like Dial It when it dropped. People didn't like the self-titled.
Or a whole lot of red.
When Whole Lotta Red dropped, everyone was like, "This is ass." I loved it. But you feel me? They're like, "This is ass," and now he dropped music, and then people are like, "We want Whole Lotta Red." Like, I realized, fans don't really know what they want until you give it to them.
Mm.
Pause. Yo. I'm sorry. But yeah, they don't really know until like the audience don't really know what they need to listen to until you lay it down and they're like, yo, here, boom. So it's up to you. And plus, you need to be confident in it too. You can't just go, here's this sound. I hope you guys like it. Now they're not gonna like it. You have to go, here's this new sound. I think this shit fire. If you don't like it, that's not my problem. And then they start caring because they go, confidence. You need to be confident with the new sounds every time you make a new sound. If you're not confident, then your fan base ain't gonna be confident with it either. You have to stand 10 toes down and believe in yourself before. Because if you don't believe in yourself, how can they believe in you? You know?
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh God.
I want to get back to the UK a little bit. You have these new artists such as Fake Mink.
Mm, 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 mm.
How do you feel about the scene in general? Just the UK and how it's blowing up now.
I'm so proud. Like, bro, I'm gonna be so real with you. In the beginning, I was
Mm.
kind of like, I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm gonna be so real. In the beginning, I was like, no, I'm supposed to be the only British person. No, I was angry, but I was like, nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, but then I realized the reason why my mind was like that is because that's how the UK scene runs. The
Mm.
UK scene, not specifically, but in some thresholds, the UK underground scene, they don't really like big up their artists the same way American underground scene bigs up their artists. Where if you are a UK artist and you pave way and you do your thing, they're hating off
Mm.
rip. They'll start saying shit like, "Bro, I remember that nigga used to sleep on my couch." Like, bro, it's like they still want you to sleep on the couch. And then my brain went, "Is this how niggas was thinking about me when I blew up?"
Mm.
Oh, okay. I can't even be mad then. So like, I love the new music. I'm very proud. Like to really listen and like to be around my American homies and then they're playing Fake Mink or SD Kid. I'm like, yo, or they're playing like YT. I'm like, yo, that's like, and then they're like asking me to like, Summer, what does this word mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I can help you. But yeah, I love it. I'm so proud of the scene. I'm glad that it's like it's mad experimental too. Because in the
Yeah.
beginning it was just like that jerk wave, you know, like that jerk wave that stemmed off from like 1C, Xavier So bass,
Mm.
Like realistic and truthfully, before all of it, the only person in the UK was kind of like doing his thing was Fresh Boy Swag, bro. Like for ages, like, and not even many people were like, oh, Fresh Boy Swag, because like, you know, you love it or you hate it, and then it just got bigger and it got bigger and it got bigger to where now I look at the scene and I'm proud, bro. I'm so proud of everyone, like every single artist. I'm so fucking proud of them, dog, because it's a tiny little island, bro. You feel me? Compared to America, that shit's tiny, and we're making noise. I love that shit, bro. To where America's like, they love that shit.
But why do you think
You
it took
know?
so long for like the metaphorical bubble to pop? You know what I'm saying? For the UK and get recognized from the America. Why do you think it took so long?
None of us were trying to travel, bro. Like, if you want me to be real, a lot of us don't want to go to America. We see it on TV and we go, nah,
Yeah,
nah, nah, bro. Like, you feel me? Not all of us, but like a lot of us. And plus, like, UK's mindset is money. Like especially Gen Z, hustle, hustle. Our mindset is hustle, bro. We're not trying to travel until we get our money. You feel me? So I believe that's why it took longer too, because of the whole like, and plus it's when getting to America, it's difficult, bro. Like you got to get this type of visa, and they got to ask why you traveling. To where Americans, when they could come to UK, you guys just get on a plane. When we go to America, we got to get like we got to sign up for this visa, and then we got to set up a appointment, and they ask you mad questions. Like sometimes your visas get denied, sometimes they get approved. So that's probably why it takes longer too. But I'm glad it's finally happening because I just low key, not even low key, high key. I just want to see everybody shine, bro. Like I'm it in a. It took like so much for whereas like it stressed me out to where like I was kind of like one of the only people in the UK to go to America and like do my thing. And then a lot of people resented me because they were like, oh, this nigga's a Shegs, bro. Shegs is like a switch up. They're like, oh, he's a switch up. He left us behind. It's like, I didn't leave y'all niggas behind. I had to go and get up and go do what I'm doing, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't just sit around and just wait for something to happen. I got to get up and chase it. And if y'all resent me for that, you get it when you get up and go to America and why I did it. And I think that's what's low key happening now. They're going, I seen that's why he did that shit. So that's why I say I'm proud of them to finally see them go in LA or go in New York or whatever. I'm like, yes, now you guys can stop bullying me because of how my accent sounds now. Because for ages it
mm,
was that. They're like, why you sound like that? I'm like, nigga, I stayed in fucking Cali for 4 years, bro. It happens. But yeah, going off on a tangent, but yeah, I'm very proud of them. And it's just mad experimental. That's, yeah, global facing as hell. Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
hosted by Frank Ocean, linking with Drake.
Bro, dead ass, bro. Bro, to get Frank Ocean out of his hole hiding, Fake makes a G for that.
Yeah,
Fake makes a goat for that. I was like, Frank Ocean knows about you? Damn.
yeah.
Damn. I
I
must have went to one of these shows in Tokyo last year.
oh, Fake
Like it
Mink.
was really, yeah, he had a show in Tokyo, and one of my homies, Braxton Knight, he went, he was, I think he's opening, and I just went and I just watched, and I was like, this guy's a star. He's a
Mm.
star. A lot of people don't like his music. I love it because differentiation. From when you can differentiate a specific artist's sound, you don't even need to look at them. You can just hear with your ears and go, "Oh, that's Fake Mink. He's doing something right." 100%.
I know it was annoying coming to everybody's like, "Oh, you're from the UK," or everybody trying to imitate the way that you talk, and that shit got
They
annoying.
still do it now.
Mm.
They still do it now, bro. You don't understand the amount. It's annoying.
Mm.
It does get annoying, but like I've gotten used to it. So I'm like, okay, fine. But I can't really complain. And at least I got an accent, you know?
Yeah. But to backtrack a little bit, how did you even get into music in the first place? Like your upbringings as far as music goes and deciding that you want to do music and take it serious.
It was like it's just an outlet, like a teenage outlet, bro. Like I got kicked out of college, but to Americans it's high school. I got kicked out for doing bad shit and hood rat shit with my friends. So like my mom was kind of like, what are you supposed to do? Because all I did when I got kicked out of school was just like post up on the block and just smoke weed and just do dumb shit, you know? It's like dumb shit. My mom's like, get a job. I was like, no, I don't want a job. Blah blah blah. I want to do hood rat shit with my friends. Da 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 da. And then like the streets showed me what the streets were, and my ass said, I'm going back indoors. And I was just kind of just locked in the crib in a sense of like I had nothing else to do with myself. I was already making beats already, but when we're talking in two aspects here. First, I'm gonna talk about the artist part. The artist part was due to me getting kicked out, and then me being like, let me give it a whirl. But before that, it was production, and that was just due to me being on the internet, like internet culture, bro. Like that ass the internet culture. Like it all started off with like the whole Chief Keef Chicago thing. Like, I think Chief Keef was on like house arrest and he was just dropping mad albums back to back to back to back. And then I was just listening to all of them, like Back from the Dead too, like all that shit. I was like, damn, shit hard, shit fly. And then I remember I typed in on iTunes. I was gonna type in Lil Durk, but before I could put Durk in, it said Lil Uzi Vert. I was like, who the fuck is Uzi? Lil Uzi Vert. And I just listened to Love Is Rage, and I went emo but trap. This is intriguing. And I just went on a whole deep dive one day. Like, there was this YouTube channel called Astari, and like it had hella like rappers like Six Dogs. I found Peep on Astari. Like, I found a lot of artists on there where I was like, where has this been my whole life, you know? That and Elevator.
Elevator.
Elevator YouTube channel. Bro, I found so much of I think X's music.
Yep.
Like so much of his music on there, and I was just enamored, bro. I was just enamored, and then I just studied the sound and the whole famous Dex and Rich the Kid and all Trill Sammy and all that shit. I just studied it, and then my brain went, no more Chicago drill beats. Let's make these like interesting Polo Boy Shawty Mexico drill beats for a bit. Let's see what the fuck's going on. And I just kept on doing it, kept on doing it, kept on doing it, and before you knew it, yeah, before I knew it, I was just like, okay, let me try and record in these type of beats. It was an intriguing switch up on God. And that also being inspiration on the whole music thing and also being from a musical background. Like my mom used to be a musician. She don't like to say of her chest, but like she used to be like uploading the music on MySpace and stuff. And as a kid, I used to watch her like make music, and she used to use FL Studio too. Actually, I used to just watch my mom use FL. I was like, "What is it?" She's like, "It's Fruity Loops." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Not really registering what the fuck that was, but that my mom making music and her introducing me to a lot of music. Like I didn't live with my dad, so it was like weekends at my dad's and my mom's. So it was two different worlds where I'm at my mom's crib. She's playing like Papoose and Styles P and all that Dipset New York stuff, but then she's playing Erica Badu as well. But then she's also playing Avril Lavigne. So like my brain's like introduced to so much music, and then I go to my dad's and he's playing like Coldplay, but then he's also listening to Ludacris. So I was like, huh. I was like, damn, this is a wide palette. And then
Yeah.
also my granddad, my grandpa on my mama's side, he was a DJ. So I definitely feel like it was in my blood because
Definitely. Definitely.
musical background, but 100% that 2000s rock and the 2000s hip hop shit. It was all that. So yeah, a lot of stuff pulled for inspiration of why I wanted, but the main reason of why I like metaphorically jumped off the porch was being kicked out of school. I feel like if I didn't get kicked out of school, bro, I probably wouldn't have even wanted to record music. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like I was doing it, but I wasn't taking it serious. Me getting kicked out made me just go, fuck it. I'm getting tattoos, I'm getting face tats, and I just went ham. So shouts on my school for kicking me out.
Shout out to
Cause
them.
Shout out, because look at the position we in now.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
What
Oh shit.
was his reaction when you told her you wanted to do music?
Hmm?
Where's your mom?
Sorry, that was rude.
You told
Oh,
her you
believe it or not, she didn't even know. She didn't even know. I hid it from her for ages. Like for ages. My mom didn't even know. She thought I was just still making beats, bro. Like I didn't tell her I was making music. And this is all the way up to like sleep longer, you'll be okay. Like I didn't tell her shit, bro. She didn't know one piece of why everyone just was fucking with me. She didn't get it. She was always like, "What parties you going to? Who is this? Why?" Da, da, da. And I think my uncle's girlfriend at the time found my music,
Mhm.
and I think I was hanging with the family, and she told my mom when I weren't looking. She was like, "Oh, I heard his music. I really like his new album." And then my mom was like, "Album? You don't make music." And then I remember coming back home and I was like, "So you making music?" I was like, "Huh? No, no." She's like, "I heard it. It's very depressing." I was like, "Okay." She's like, "But it's very good." And I was like, "Thanks." But yeah, she didn't even know I made music, bro. I hid that shit because I didn't want it to be on some like, I didn't want her to hear what I was talking about and just be like, "No, what the fuck?" Because I was talking like crazy when I was younger, like fucking mad, talk about mad drugs. Like these are times I don't even want my mama knowing I'm doing drugs. You feel me? So I didn't want her to know, and she's hearing what I'm saying, but I don't know why I expected her to be like frowned upon it because she used to listen to the music I was listening to. Like from my bedroom, she could hear it. She could hear me listening to Peep and X and Suicide Boys. So she was actually mad proud. I'm not gonna lie. Like she really sat down and was like, "Wow," but I didn't tell her shit. It was all my uncle's girlfriend at the time's fault. It was all her fault. She decided to just go, "I really like his music," and they all sat down and listened to it. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I know that was a crazy feeling. They're all listening to music all at
My
once.
heart was racing.
Yeah. What were they listening to? Like, was it anything that we've heard?
I'm pretty sure it was like it was Heaven Interlude and all that stuff.
Okay. Okay.
That and like a bunch of random like Lucy singles that I was dropping on SoundCloud before I really like had the confidence to like really push my sound, you know? There's a lot of that. So all my SoundCloud stuff. And then yeah. After that, my mom left me to my own devices. She was like, "Okay, you know what? I don't even care you're not in school no more. Like 10K on a song? Wow." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Wow, okay." And then she said, "So how much money you getting from it?" I was like, okay, okay, here we go." I was like, "Here we go."
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Get money for your birthday. They want to keep the car and your birthday money.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing.
But speaking of SoundCloud, just to get the record straight, because I'm sure you've got a lot of questions about this. Why did you delete your SoundCloud?
Mhm. Oh my God. Okay, cool. That's okay. The reason why I deleted my SoundCloud, right, was because I was fed up of being put in this bracket of SoundCloud rapper when the music that I'm making ain't even like, I mean, my old stuff, yes, but when I started like actually evolving into my sound, I was like doing this thing where I was dropping my good bangers only on SoundCloud. And it was because I was like insecure and not confident enough of my sound. And then my brain went, "Summer, you might have to delete your SoundCloud account so you're forced to drop all the good music to the rest of the world." So I was like, "Look, they gonna hate me for it, but I need to delete it." And plus, I wanted them to take me more seriously. I was like, "Yo, y'all keep running up the music on SoundCloud," and I processed why. It was because SoundCloud's free. But like, you know what I mean? I was like, "Oh, y'all niggas ain't slick, bro. Y'all niggas is listening to the albums that should be streamed on all streaming platforms on SoundCloud because it's free. Nigga, I got bills to pay. I'm a grown ass man now. I can't be just dropping bangers on SoundCloud. I need to be on all DSPs. It's not up to me. I didn't control how all this DSP shit was run, but after SoundCloud started making it weird on how you got paid, and then it got a situation where like I needed to get an apartment and rent and stuff. I was like, I kind of got to let this SoundCloud shit go, bro. If I'm trying to really expand my sound as an artist to where I want to be in the room with Grammy Award winning people and producers and songwriters, like SoundCloud was cool. It got me my recognition. I'll never shun upon that. Like I'll always respect and I'll never resent. I'll always be like, thank you for that. But it's time to move on. So when I deleted that shit, I'm very smart. It was like a social experiment. Like I literally was on the phone with my homie and he was like, "Why did you delete it?" And I was like, "Watch." He's like, "What?" And I was like, "Watch my songs go up on Spotify." He's like, "How do you know?" I was like, "I know." In a week, he's like, "Damn, your monthly listens went up." I was like, "Exactly." See, I had to kind of tell them, "Yo, take me seriously." You got to nudge him.
Mhm. So I want to talk about Summerland and
Right, right, right.
what was inspiration behind the Summerland series?
Emotional growth, mad emotional growth, and like identity and isolation and shit. A lot of that, and a lot of like 2000s to 2010 nostalgia, but not in a nostalgia bait way, but in a you listen to it and you hear the skeleton and you go, ah, do you know what I mean? But it was definitely the main thing was emotional growth because hearing my old music now that I'm like completely clean off downers, I'd listen and go, I see why people generally connected to it, but this is more than emotional sharing. This is oversharing, nigga. You're so oversharing right now to where this is, bro, you're oversharing so much that this is dangerous. You need to learn how to like poetically talk about your emotions in a way where it's not just me saying I'm sad because this bitch did this. Excuse my French, but yeah, like you know what I mean. Like I wanted it to be more poetic, so when people hear this and they go, "Oh, okay." It's not just some random, you know what I mean. Like I'm not some random little nigga just like venting on a microphone. This is someone who's actually processed what they're thinking about. And yeah, I don't write, but still thinking about what I'm saying says enough, you know. But that's where a lot of Summerland came from. And plus, I wanted to like build a world, you know. World building is a very important thing to me when I make my projects, and I think my fans have started to notice this too. Like I'm a world builder when it comes to projects. It's
Yeah,
important.
it's like every project has a different vibe or a different world, you know what I'm saying?
Every album is a chapter in the Summer Alone book.
Yeah, yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
That's sick. You know, I that's so sick. You know, I look props to myself. I'm actually sick for saying that shit. Oh God.
I noticed with the album, it's different sounds, like as the songs go on, it's like different sounds, but it's all the same sound, if that makes sense. Like it's you, but it's just a different sound. It'll be like a rock song or just a hip
Mm,
that's or then it'll go to like some drill shit, but it's like it's summer. It's
mm,
not like
mm-hmm.
all over the place. It's
Found my cadence. Found my cadence, you know, to where like you listen to my song, I'm actually done with myself. You don't hear summer. You low key hear like a whole emo trap thing to where when you hear the Summerland album, you can hear my voice. You hear me. You hear me. Even when I lay in my voice, I had to really work on my cadence. Like Summerland Part One was that was just some songs that I just worked on. But Summerland Part Two, I was working on that shit for a good 2 years, gang. Like 2 years, just like 2 years going, nah, delete the verse. Nah, different verse. Nah, okay, yeah, it sounds like you now. Like really finding my pocket, and I did it. Now it's natural.
so which one's harder to work on, part one or part two?
Part two. Part one was easy breezy. Part two was easy breezy. Like I just went to Tokyo and just locked myself in the crib. I was like, I was doing this thing where I like, okay, there's a store in Tokyo called Lawson, and they have these like vitamin B shots, right? I swear to God, as a person with ADHD, that was a fucking blessing. Like, bro, all I did was drink one of those and I make like 9 tracks in a day. I was like, geez, whoa. I was like, all right. So I was just knocking out everything mad quick. And then I was just like, hmm. Believe it or not, originally I wasn't even going to drop a Summerland Part 2. I just wanted to drop Summerland But then my brain went, no, Saga. Make this a saga because you got more to say. So I dropped Summerland and I put part one in front of it. And then I went, part two needs to go harder on God. But part two was 2 years, 2.5 years of just working on my sound, working on my production, niche production sound, and learning how to engineer and master too. Like I went back into that and also guitar playing. Did I play guitar now? I don't even remember. I think I did, but yeah, I no, it's there were trial and errors where I was like making guitar songs and going, like the song You, that song was originally just a guitar riff that my homie in SF Zion made for me. And then he sent it back to me, and I was like, this needs to be a rock song. And I just added the drums. I played the drums for it and the bass and really pushing myself to make good rock music. So that's why I say Summerland too. And also that song in the 90s. Look at me glazing myself, Lord have mercy. But yeah, like in the 90s, I actually loved that song because I ended up getting a vocal coach to teach me how to sing properly instead of like using like my head voice, like actually like singing and all that stuff. And I just sat there and when I listened back to the song, my brain went, this album's about to fucking slap. Nigga. It don't even sound like you. Fuck. Like I love that shit.
Is that the Lana influence track?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I'm a
I haven't
I'm
heard.
a big Lana Del Rey fan. I think all of my fans know this. I think everyone who knows me knows this about me. I fucking love Lana Del Rey, bro. I love her music.
Anybody like make that sound if that makes sense, like how she does it, but you made it in your own style, like kind of like with Band-Aids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was hmm. I get what you mean. I was like listening, like realistically, I was listening to her music so much in the beginning of like starting this album. So like in 2024, I was listening to like Honeymoon and Ultraviolence, and I was listening to these albums, and I was going, ah, this is very cinematic. Like she likes her violins and pianos and stuff, and I was like, hmm. So I just sat down and like understood how to play chords down, and I went, all right, cool, cool. And I made the composition first. I made the composition in 2024, and I had no lyrics for it, like at all, like none. I just kept on listening to it and going, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Because this is really, really good. And then literally in 2025 in Japan, the chorus just came to me like it's just like something beamed into my brain. I was just sitting down smoking, and then I just like started singing the chorus, and I was like, "That's the chorus. That's the fucking chorus. The chorus is fucking catchy." And then I recorded it immediately. So no samples, all literally composed fully. Moi, me.
How does it feel to? Because I know you use a lot of samples. How does it feel when you do something like that and you make no you use no samples?
I pat myself on the back a lot of the times because sometimes I'll use samples because I'm a producer and I'm a big Kanye West fan and Kanye is the go at flipping samples. He knows what he's doing, and I sometimes look at and I process. I'm like, I understand the formula too. So when I get samples, I get super giddy when I hear a song and go, "Let me chop that bitch up." But in the day and age of copyrights, I kind of had to force myself to go, "Yo, let's go back to learning how to like make your own melodies." Because originally I was making my own melodies for ages, and then my brain went sample, sample, sample. But every time I make my own melodies from scratch, I always literally say to myself, "You do know how to do it. You still got it. You still got it. Well done, Summer. You still got that shit. You snap."
Sampling is definitely an art because, like, the way you sample sounds different from the way somebody else would sample. Like the way Pierre Bourne would sample a song or the album.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely an art.
On God, I do definitely feel artists should stop getting copyrighted for sampling. But I get it though. I get it. Some artists might have made this song, like I'll give you an example. Uh let's say I sampled like, I don't know, Marvin Gaye. just randomly, I'm pretty sure his team would be angry because they'd be like, that's not what he wanted this song to be. So I get it. I fully get it. I fully do. But come on, man. Come on, man. It's music. We obviously fuck with it. That's why we flipping it. Like, come on, gang. I understand though.
It's because do you feel like labels are super greedy?
I can't say it's not ain't no English. It's no say papi. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not saying nothing. Nah, I ain't saying nothing.
He's gonna skip past that.
Okay, bet.
But shit, speaking of Summerland, I want to go back to that. Will we get a part
Hmm.
or Summerland 2 Deluxe?
Um, Deluxe, yeah. Part three, maybe. Like, I don't know. Only if it makes sense. You
Mm.
know, like I don't really focus on four sequels out unless it makes sense. Like I don't plan them out like, okay, then a part five, or okay. I kind of just do it in the moment, like how I did with Summerland. Like when I made Summerland, I wasn't thinking of a sequel at all. My brain just went part two, part two, part two, part two, because I'm not done. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see what my brain says, to be honest. We'll see.
I want to speak about other projects. What's next after the Summerland series? How do you want to go about your career and just projects?
Like we just said, deluxe. Definitely Summerland Part Two Deluxe. Rock expansions too. Like I'm defo diving back into rock music to where like I'm not using YouTube beats. Like I'm actually like playing guitar and shit because I can play guitar. And I think everyone kind of knows this, but because I'm self-taught, I kind of like put myself down a bit and go, I don't know what I'm doing. But then every time I'm around other guitarists, they go, bro, you know how to fucking shred. So defo more rock music. I've been trying to find the DNA of what rock music I'm specifically inspired by because I love rock music and all, but like there's a nicheness that I know that I really like gravitate towards. So we'll see what I do with that 100%. More rock and like I know this ain't anything to do with projects, but more live shows.
Okay.
So I took a really long hiatus, you know, like I think my last show was like 2024. And then before that, it was 2023. And then before that, it was like 2021. Like I literally took a long ass break because one, I needed to. I needed to like bring myself back. I landed myself in such a spiral of like mental health deterioration to where like I felt like if I was on stage, I'm not trying to no, I don't want to be a dickhead on stage, you know? Like I want my fans to enjoy me on stage instead of me just like next minute they've recorded Summerlone Bugs out on stage. I don't want that. You feel me? So I had to take a long break, but definitely more live shows, 100%. I'm itching to do them. Itching.
You actually have a show coming up, right?
I have a few actually. I got a Germany show in March, a Poland show in June, and a London show possibly in July. I don't know yet, but maybe. But that's just me like dipping my toes in the water real quick just to see because it's been a minute.
You gonna come to the States?
Oh hell yeah. Duh.
Okay.
Duh. Come on, bruh. I think that would be like ridiculous if I went, no, sorry, America, no. Like, bro, I owe it to a lot of you guys.
That'd be
Bro,
crazy.
shit. If it weren't for the East Coast and the West Coast shit, you know what I mean? Like, that'd be kind of fucked up. Like, hey, you doing shows? No, sorry, only Europe. No, I got y'all there 100%. And if I do end up doing shows, I plan to like do a tour, but I think everyone knows this about me with my fans. At the moment, ATM, like I'm doing a lot of this shit independently. So I've been hitting up the like the venues and the agencies myself. So if people that I know at venues and the people I know in America can actually get that shit rolling, bro, then we got ourselves a world tour, baby, or an American tour even. You feel me? It's light work. I just need to keep pushing myself and actually understanding the music business side of it. But Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, shit would definitely fall in place.
On God,
And
100%.
you don't really have like projects. You don't have many features, but you did have Narco Juliet on the album. How did you?
Hmm.
How do you guys connect?
Um, shit. How I met Narco was for two separate people actually. I'm a shout out, bro, because he's literally like one of the biggest fans I've ever met in Georgia. Shouts out Dawson. If it weren't for Dawson, my nigga, I would not even know who Narco is. If it weren't for Dawson and the producer Dan Brandon, so like Dan Brandon's produced, like I don't know if people might not know he's producing name, but Dan Brandon produced "Bitch You Guessed It" by OG Mako, and he
Brandon.
produced yeah, Brandon Thomas.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He produced Omen by Playboy Cardi also, and like a couple other tracks with like Jaden and Madonna. And it's like because I was getting a lot of buzz in Atlanta, people were talking, and then Brandon just hit me up one day and was like, "Yo, you're like known in Atlanta." I was like, "How known?" He's like, "Known." I was like, "Oh." And then he linked me with Narco, and in the beginning, it was like I was very skeptical because obviously you know how the music industry moves. I'm always skeptical. I'm like, what do you want? You know what I mean? I'm like, what do you want? What do you mean you want to work for me? What do you want? But then he was like, very like it was organic, bro. Like this man believed in me when he believed in me in a time where I needed it, bro. Because the hiatus, people like this nigga fell off, and I was like, fell off, nigga. I ain't even blown up yet. Come on, fall off. Last time I checked, someone falls off when they out here making M's and shit. But he really believed in me and was like, yeah, I'm in the studio with this person and boom, 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 and whoop de boop. And then all of a sudden, we out here making songs with opium and shit. So you have Narco Juliet to thank for a lot of all them. Narco's a goat, bro. For real, he actually pushed me to get in the room and pushed me to work harder too. 100%.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Because I noticed, like I said, you don't have many features on your newer album, so I feel like you put a feature on there, it's actually gonna mean something. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a person.
Oh, that I have my homies too that I be working with, but we always end up changing our minds when we make music. We're like, no, we're not dropping it. But every time I make a song with Narco, this man sends me the verse back and he's like, we're dropping it. I was like, oh, well, damn. All right, shit. So shouts out Narc for real.
And what are some things you want supporters to understand about you or your music that maybe they don't understand, or maybe they do understand, you just want to emphasize?
Mm, I'm evolving intentionally. Like I'm evolving. Like I realized like this is a thing I studied as well, where it's like the growth and mentality and like evolution and all that shit. What I'm doing is very taboo to the underground scene in the sense of the emo trap audience because a lot of the artists that were making that sound, we never got to see them reach that point of sobriety or better mental health because they passed away. Do you know what I mean? Like we didn't get to see Peep get sober. We didn't get to see how X would have had a better mental state. We didn't get to see Juice WRLD clean off perks. We didn't get to see these things. So I feel like evolution is something 100% mad important. I want them to see that so they can go, because besides me, Suicide Boys, like Suicide Boys did a whole 360 to where now they fucking clean, bro, and it's beautiful to see. And I think that's something that needs to be focused on because I didn't like promoting drugs in my music. Like I wasn't promoting it. I wasn't like I love drugs. I was just like this is what this does, and I don't like it. It's breaking me as a person. And people somehow took that and went, maybe I should do them. I'm like, no, gang. Okay,
Wait,
so I get it. I used to do the same when I was younger. Like, bro, the whole future and what future was talking about. Like, bro, I can't play the whole fucking devil's advocate shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, it happens, but definitely that and patience, because I work constantly. And I think everyone knows this about me. Like, I don't leave my music alone. Like, nigga, my music, literally, my headphones and my mic and my laptop and my interface are literally on this desk right now. That's why I keep on looking at everything. I'm looking at my equipment, going, yeah, I'm gonna record soon. Like, I'm consistent. So, like, yeah.
How many songs do you think you have? Because I know the
I
shit
don't even know, nigga.
terms
Bro,
out.
I'm not even, look, I'm not here to flex. Wait here, because listen, like, I'm not gonna flex, but bro, watch me flex these like some goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? Because I promise you, when I tell people this, they go, oh, fuck. And I'm like, yeah, man, I don't even know what I'm doing per se. Like, cool. So, I got these two hard drives here. This one stems from 2023 to 2024. This one stems from 2022 up to 2024, and they're both like 2 terabytes, and they're both full. I
Damn.
don't know what's on this shit,
Uh,
but I'll go back to it whenever I can. And then I have a hard drive plugged into my laptop right now that I bought in 2025. So I don't know. I literally don't know. I've made so much music. I might have to hire someone to literally just like sieve through everything and like all the beats and stuff, because this one doesn't work in my laptop because it's kind of corrupted. So I have to go and like take it apart and all that. But I kept these. I keep these on me. I will fight someone,
yeah.
bro. I swear. The way I keep these on me, I literally sometimes sleep with it. But I have a lot of music and a lot of beats too, because I make my beats really quickly. Not because I'm lazy, but I just know simple is better sometimes. And plus, I know how to do it like muscle memory. So my fans will always be fed, always. So I always tell them when I'm taking a break, it's not because I don't have music. It's because I'm making something new and I need to hear what the new sound sounds like before I go, nah, let me go back to my old shit and start fucking around with shit.
I've never heard of your music leaking or anything like that. But as you get bigger, is that something you're worried about or concerned about?
You know what's crazy? It happened.
Mm.
It's happened before. I'll be so real with you. My music has got leaked before. Basically, my dumbass must have stayed logged in
Mm.
someone else's like PC computer shit. Like I had a separate Dropbox for the original Summerland 2.
Mm.
And I kept only the Summerland 2 in there, like a bunch of random singles. And then all of a sudden, like I just remember seeing like an email saying like, "Did you log into the Dropbox?" I was like, "No, no,
Mm.
I don't even know the password." I tried to log in, password changed. I was like, "Damn." And then I told my team, United Masters, I told the A&R, I was like, "Yo, can we drop this now? Because I think it's about to get leaked. Because I've announced the drop." And they went, "It won't get leaked." As soon as they took long, leaked. I was like, "What the
I think
That's the only time my shit got leaked, bro." But I wasn't even mad. I was just more like, I made it. Yay. My
people
shit got leaked. Yay.
leaking your shit. That shit's crazy. And
I
I
loved it low key, but it was just more stressful for me because I had to restart
mm,
um the album. But I think that version of the album being leaked, half of it, and some of those songs being leaked, pushed me to work harder. So shouts out to the leaker. Y'all, you did your thing, bro. You pushed the nigga to work harder, bro. That us. On God.
I want to backtrack a little bit, talking about the SoundCloud. Will you redrop any of the older songs that you
Um,
are still high quality?
maybe if like if it still represents me, but like not everything needs like resurrection, you know? Do you know what I mean?
Mm, mm,
Like, for example, not all my songs need resurrection because obviously my sound has changed. Like, I'll give you an example. There's so many projects that I have that I just don't remember. And my fans would be like, yo, da 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 da. I'm like, nigga, I made that when I was like 16. Why do you know this EP? And why do you have it? How
yeah.
did you find that shit? Like, bro, my fans made a whole new SoundCloud. I don't even need SoundCloud no more. Like I seen that shit. My homie was like, you know your fans made a SoundCloud for you, right? I was like, say word. He's like, yeah. And I looked and I was like, damn. So y'all do pay attention. So I don't know. I don't really think I need to like release anything because like they probably already done it for me. So
Yeah,
I don't
they're.
really need to resurrect anything.
What were you saying?
Sorry?
I was saying they're uploading all the old shit.
Yeah, I know. They living in leave him, leave him. I respect it. You know, Tyler had these fans that were in awe of this Goblin album. They weren't jacking Flower Boy for ages. They're like, no, trash, trash, trash. So it happens, you know. Peep had it with his fans where they only liked his self-titled EP and Hellboy. Suicide Boys fans have it with where they only like the old stuff. Young Lean, Black Cray, Earl, like every fan base has a niche audience where they go, your new shit's cool, but I like that old shit. So I'm not even mad, but not everything needs to be resurrected. So it's a maybe.
Right.
It's a very strong maybe.
And people are saying 2026 is the new 2016. I personally don't agree, but how do you feel about that statement and just people overall nostalgia baiting and paying homage? How do you feel about all that shit?
It stressed me out. I'm gonna explain why it stressed me out, right? Half of the like I'll give you multiple reasons, right? Half of the people who are saying it's 2016 are gonna like, nigga, bro, we were kids. Do you even remember 2016? Like, do you remember when they were doing it with 2024? They're like 2024 is a new 2014.
I remember.
Like, I was like, but process it. Half of us were like 12 to 13 years old, 14. What were we, bro? We're picking our noses and watching Adventure Time. Stop acting like you knew what was going on back then. But I get it because it's nostalgia. Nostalgia is beautiful, you know, and powerful. But we shouldn't completely copy eras. You know, it's not a good idea. You can pay homage. You know, it's very important to pay homage. But like, I've realized why I don't like it. It's because of what specific things they're copying. Because it's not the whole spectrum they're copying. It's like the niche things, and I'm going, okay, what the fuck? Like, for example, remember like the Tumblr thing. Like, I'm not hating on that. I fucking love Tumblr core. I love that sleaze core shit. I loved it when it popped up. But my brain was like, why are you guys only like paying inspiration to that? You know, there's like a whole thing going on at 014. Like, you guys are saying 014 core, but only bringing back the Hetty Slimane and the Sky Ferreira and all this and the ASAP mob thing. I'm like, yeah, but you do remember Chief Keef was also blowing up in 014 too, right? What's going on? Like, it's not just that, but I get it. It's nostalgia bait, you know. We fall into it so easily because as humans, we like to look back on the past and ignore all the fuckeries and go, huh, that was really nice. You know, we do it all the time. We go, wow, I love 016. Bro, what do you love about 016 really? The music? That's fine. But I'm not going to talk too much on what 016 was, but I'm not going to say bro's name, but the dude that danced like this and he got yellow hair. No, 016. I don't know if people remember what 016 really was. It was very dystopian. But like I said, it happens, you know. We do this thing with nostalgia. We don't just do it with music. We do it with relationships too and friendships and we always remember the good things, but then we just breeze past all the fuckeries because as humans we don't like to dwell upon fuckeries. We like to focus on the dopamine things. So, yeah, 2026 is not the new 2016. 2026 is 2026 and I think we should keep it that way. Period.
Yeah, because 2016, I was still a teenager. It's not going. It wasn't going as well as it is now. So I'm
I was
like,
miserable.
wouldn't
Nigga,
want.
I was broke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Like
was like, bro, why do you want it to be 2016 again? Bro, I was broke. I couldn't go out to drink. I couldn't do nothing, bro. I was just at my crib looking at all these musicians on TV going, maybe one day that will be me. I don't want to go back to that.
fuck no.
No. I'm good, gang. I don't need that shit. But respect, I get it. We need to stop nostalgia baiting. It's ruining us mentally.
I feel like in the like, okay, what was 2026 like or 2025? They were just copying 2016. They didn't really have their own swag. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, they're doing it. Bro, I like to remind people, right? All we're doing is what our parents do with the 80s.
Yes, in the 90s. Yeah.
That's why I told people, like, stop. Because all you're doing is sounding like someone who peaked in high school. Dog, you remember 016? Yeah, I do. I remember it and I'll always cherish it the most. But the now is important. The now and present is important. Just like how you have that one, we all have that one uncle that's just like, bruh, in the 80s, I used I used to be that nigga, bro. I'm like, bro, the
I,
80s, nigga. We're not trying to do that as a generation. I don't want Gen Z to do that. I definitely don't want Gen Z to be is it called midlife crisis?
yeah, yeah,
Like we're too young to be having midlife crises, gang. Like, what's going on? We ain't even hit, bro. What? We're in our 20s having midlife crises
Uh,
already? That is not good.
it's even worse because we're fetishizing one year instead of the whole 2010s. We're thinking about just 2016 when our parents think about the 80s and the 90s, whole decades. You know what I'm saying? So is it
I
that bad?
love how we think. No, Dennis, go keep going, keep going, keep going.
I was gonna say, is it that bad to where we're not even thinking about the 10s, just one specific year?
Facts. It's. I love how when we mention the 2010s, we skip over 2019 like COVID didn't happen. I love how we skip over that shit. We're like, yeah, I missed 2010s. I'm like,
Uh,
I love how you just missed the part how we were all locked in our houses for like 4 years, bro. I'm
yeah,
not going back to 2010s, gang. Like, don't get twisted. Beautiful music, beautiful era. We had loads of fresh musicians. Like a lot of the musicians I'm inspired by were all from the era. So that's why I get it. I fully get it. But dressing like them, sounding like them to a T, stop. Take inspiration, yes. But dressing just like them and acting just like them, I don't like it. This is my opinion, personal opinion. That's just me. I don't want to sound like a hater in this interview at all. I'm sorry, I'm not a hater. I'm just a critique, and I'd be paying attention sometimes.
I understand where you're coming from because I feel like in 2016 we weren't like, oh, let's make 2016 if that makes sense. We were just living. So in 2020,
That's
live and create, and then people can be nostalgic about 2026. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
on God, bro.
crazy.
If anything, if look, this is the last thing I'm gonna do for the whole nostalgia bait. If there was a year in the whole 2010s that I missed the most, dog, 2017, bro. Not even 2016. I missed 2017. Like, bro, that was the peak for music. Like the peak. Didn't KOD by J. Cole drop in 2017?
I don't even remember. I don't
I don't
remember.
know if it was 2017 or 2018, but 2017 and 2018, beautiful. 2016,
That was like the precursor to me. Then 2017 is like,
yeah.
yeah, 2017 and the albums from 2016. You know?
Exactly. Like 2018, 2017 to me was fucking beautiful with music anyway. Like music was fresh. Like Childish Gambino dropped hell bro, that album. You know
Mm.
what album I'm talking about? My brain's lagging, but you know what album. That listen, music was fresh. Migos, bro, the Migos. Come on, gang. You feel me?
Future's run was crazy.
Bro, Future's run was disgusting. Bro, that nigga was in his bag.
We were just being
Like,
drop a fucking random mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
yo, God. It was beautiful. Oh God. Yeah, that's enough nostalgia bait. We've fallen into the trap again. See, I told you.
Looking back. But I wanted to talk about your mental health a little bit and how it's changed from 2020 to now.
Self-aware. Like I'm more self-aware, more disciplined, and less reactive. I'm not acting upon emotion no more. Like this is not uncommon knowledge, and I think like literally my whole fan base knows this. Like I deal with borderline personality disorder, and ADHD. And I felt like when I was younger, I navigated through life due to reacting emotionally because of my BPD. And that would fuck up a lot of shit for me and fuck up friendships and relationships for me. And I had to learn to do better. I think that's mature as fuck. Like, that's be a man. I had to learn how to be a man, you know, to where, you know, I was a little nigga back then, like not understanding why my brain's being mean to me, not understanding why everybody's mad at me. I didn't get it until I grew up. Like, as soon as I hit 24 and that frontal lobe kind of like, you feel me? My brain went, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. Shit, man. Like, accountability, growth through accountability.
Yeah.
So that's what my mental health's at, like, to where my mental health stemming from like 2019 all the way into like 2023, messy, dog. Messy. You feel me? It's obviously also living in LA at the time, you know, misery loves company. Like, I was just not, went there, bro. You feel me? Like, I don't want to share too deep, but bro, I damn near landed myself into a drug-induced psychosis, my nigga. Like, it was really bad. Like, really bad. Like, I was convinced the CIA was stalking me. That's like, I laugh it off now, but in the moment, it was fucking awful, bro. Like, I kept on telling my homies, like, bro, turn your phone off when we speak. And he's like, the fuck? Like, bro, I was tweaking, my nigga. Like, I was tweaking. So definitely, yeah, growth and self-awareness and accountability and less reactive. I started to love my brain more instead of like self-destructing and like being mean to it. I actually love how my brain works now. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, you know. It's a blessing more than a curse now.
Hell yeah. And then when all that chaos is going on, like you said, thinking the CIA is stalking you and just being in all those different energies, what do you do to stay grounded and peaceful during all that chaos?
Routine, routine, bro. Like, I lived life on survival mode for so long. Like, my whole life, bro. Lived life on survival mode. I never knew what routine was. My mom always moving, like moving apartment, moving areas. Like, I never really understood what routine was. So that helped. Being like just creating hella, like creating not because I'm trying to impress people, creating because there's love to create, bro. Like, not just music, whether it's making clothes or painting or drawing or like taking pictures or studying something cool about philosophy. Like, I'm a big philosophy nerd, bro. And I think people can hear that from the ways I speak, bro. Like, I love philosophy. I study that shit in psychology. I study that shit in history. I study it because, you know, routine is important because I feel like if you're a person that navigates through life without routine, you're messy.
Mm.
You don't know when to stop. You know, you don't know when to start or stop. You're messy, bro. If you don't got routine or schedule, I'm not saying be an NPC robot. No, I'm just saying instead of you waking up at 6 p.m. hungover, not knowing what the fuck you doing, and just like going back out to party, you got to wake up in the morning early, drink water, do your stretches, don't look at your phone for 4 hours as soon as you wake up. Write down what you want to do today. Write affirmations down. All these stuff like eat fruit, actually eat, work out. Da 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 da. This stuff is very important, and I started to notice it's important when I moved to Japan back in 2025, like late 2024. Like, when I moved there, I think that place taught me a lot, bro. Like, to like you live in America, you know, let's get fucked up. Yo, da, 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 bro. Japan, I can't even smoke weed in Japan, gang. You feel me? Like,
Illegal
you
there?
go to jail. Bro, you go to jail if you smoke za, bro. Like, you can't do nothing. Can't do nothing there. To where I had to literally force myself into a bracket of discipline where, like, I was very upset. I was like, "Aw, damn." But then my brain went, you see how you just went, "Ah, damn," because you can't smoke weed. You need routine, Summer. So I'd wake up in the morning, go for walks, work out, drink water, eat healthy, write down how I feel, listen to new albums. It helped. And other things as well, like keeping my circle small, 100%. Because When I was younger, I was too buddy with everyone, bro. Like I thought everyone was my fucking friend due to that BPD shit. Like I thought everyone was my fucking friend and everyone loved me. Like everyone, like I hate that my brain was so naive when I was younger. I hated it. Trust me. But defo a small circle, a smaller unit is easier because then it's less people who are stressed out that can actually understand your brain and go, I've known Summer for boom, 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 boom. What's wrong? To where if you're friends with 20 people, 50 people, like 60% of these people ain't gonna know what the fuck's wrong with you because your circle's not small. To where if you have a small circle, one friend could be like, yo, if you spoke to Summer, nah, is he all right? I mean, I spoke to him yesterday. Do you know what I mean? So if you have 50 friends, you spoke to him. I ain't spoke to him in 4 months. Like, I don't like that shit, you know? Um, yeah, discipline. I'm a more disciplined person too. I've learned to say no to so much shit now. Like, I am a partier. Not like go out to the club. I hate the club, but like I was because of LA, you know, I lived in fucking LA, bro. I'm used to the whole wake up in the morning. What are you doing today? Oh, we're going this place. Yo, get ready. Parties till 4 or 5 in the morning to where now I do this thing, which also makes me go, wow, you're really a grown ass man. If I do go to a party, I'll say things like, what time is it? Oh, it's like 1 a.m. All right, bro, I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm going back home. And they go, what? Yeah, I'm going back home. I want to go home. I got music to do. And then I walk home like, you did that. Wow, mature man. Well done. You did that shit. It makes me happy to see. So those things are important, 100%.
Great. Yeah, that's great. And what are the three biggest lessons you learned from being in the industry?
Only three? Shit. All right, cool. Let's keep it at three, all right? Because listen, I could go up hours. Okay, consistency. Consistency is key, bro. Like, be consistent. Like,
Mm,
a lot of artists don't think, a lot of artists see their favorite artist and they go, oh, they blew up overnight. Nah, bro. It takes 8 to 9 years minimum, bro. And that's 8 to 9 years of consistency, not 8 to 9 years of dropping whenever you feel like it. Consistency is key. You got to keep feeding that machine, bro. Like that, protecting your energy. Because, like I said, not everybody your friend, bro. You feel me? In the
mm.
in the industry and how it works, niggas you've known for 2 weeks will call you brother and fam, but they won't even know your birthday. Won't even know your real name. You know, protecting your energy. Like ladies saying they love you and shit. Like, bro, I be telling niggas this, bro. Like, I sometimes have to school my homies, and this come from experience. Sometimes my homies be like, "Yeah, I'm with this girl." I'm like, "Nigga, bro, you don't even want me to talk right now, because if I tell you, you're gonna cry." I'm going off on script. I'm going off script right now, but you protect your energy. You feel me? That's very important. And if I had one more thing, business is more important. Like business matters. Like art, cool. It matters as much. Like, yeah, the art's cool, but you gotta know how to be a businessman, bro. Like a lot of artists who step into this shit be thinking if they just release music, you Gucci. Nah, gang. If you don't want, look, these are things if you need them. You need a booking agent. You might need a manager. You need a videographer. You need a photographer. You need all these people. You need a PR. You need a team of people who are posting shit on TikTok. You need a person that's just in the studio. You need a muse. You need that one person that's just in the studio and just knows people. You need this shit, bro. Because if you don't got it, then you just another nigga with a microphone, gang, and that's not gonna be helpful. But that's if you need that. Some people like to do it themselves and step in those rooms, but teamwork make the dream work. And that's facts. I wouldn't be shit without my team, for real.
Yeah, I bet that shit definitely makes it 10 times easier than it all by
Oh
yourself.
God, especially being not in America right now. Imagine if I didn't know anyone in America. I'd be fucked right now, bro. Like shit. If I didn't know anyone in America, would I even be working with Destroy Lonely? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not saying no, but that's way fucking harder.
On God, way difficult.
And what are your favorites?
First off, rip Coraline. Coraline, I'll watch Coraline 40 times in a day if I could. Fucking love that movie. I love it so much. Like everything about that movie. I know the whole, like, I hate that I know that movie word for word, but I love that movie. Coraline, Napoleon Dynamite, hilarious movie. Truman Show, very good movie. Where the Wild Things Are, Spirited Away, uh, Don't Be a Menace in South Central Without Drinking Juice. That movie. We all know what movie I'm talking about. That movie. I fucking love that movie way too much, bro. And House Party.
House
House
Party.
Party. Like, I don't really like, don't get twisted. The whole 90s shit, I'll be real, kind of corny. The raps in the movie, kind of corny. Bro's high top, fade, corny as hell. But like, I will always have a soft spot for that specific type of style of 90s, like the fashion, the architecture, the music, bro. Like, not the rapping, but the drums, like that. I'm trying to think of the New Jack Swing sound, like the whole Bobby Brown, there's a new edition, all that. Like, I love that sound so much because that's what I grew up listening to in the house, bro. You feel me? I hear it. I'm like, Mom, who is this? And she's like, oh, it's do 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 do. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, House Party. Love that movie. For real.
Yeah. What about TV shows?
um Shameless. Not the UK version, because I feel like when people watch this, they're gonna be, is he talking about UK? I like the UK Shameless. Obviously growing up in the UK E4, but I prefer American Shameless. Like every
I,
time I watch the American Shameless, I'm like, damn, Frank is really shameless. Like he don't be giving a fuck. Like this is crazy. That show, the Boondocks, obviously. Come on, obviously, bro. Listen, they need to bring that shit back, bro. We need it right now. That's so much material.
oh my.
Aaron Magruder would have so much material right now because I love my people, but sometimes my people, we be wilding. And I be watching them like every time something happens in black media, on black Twitter, or I'm watching the Shade Room, I go, fuck, man, this has been a crazy Boondocks episode, bro. Damn, like all the time, bro. What else? Mm, Regular Show.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love that shit too much. As a stoner, that movie, bro, not even a movie, TV show. Like that shit's hilarious. Like I first watched it when I was a kid, and I wasn't smoking yet, and I was like, this is stupid. To where now I'm smoking. I find that shit so funny. I'm like, yo, because nah, when you watch it more, you're like, I fully understand why Mordecai and Rigby did that because I would have done that shit for the sandwich too. Fair enough. I fully get it. What else? American Dad. A lot of people don't like American Dad, but I like American Dad. More the Family Guy. I'll be
Over.
real. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy, but it's mainly because I'll be real. I'm kind of fed up of the cutaways. Like every time I watch Family Guy, I'm like, I can literally predict when they're about to do a cutaway. Like, ah, oh, damn. That reminds me at the time, I'm like, again, what? How many scenarios y'all niggas been in? Like, American Dad keeps you on your toes to where they have to actually make you laugh, bro.
And
And my favorite episode of American Dad would be, I mean, didn't ask, but there's an episode where Haley is like listening to this new band, and they're called My Morning Jacket. And then Stan goes to the show to catch Haley, and then he starts falling in love with the band and he just ends up like fucking with it. I just love it because that's exactly what I did with that band too. I was like, I love My Morning Jacket. And if I had two more to pick for like TV shows, Dragon Ball Z, bro, come on, gang, Goku. Goku's black. Shut up, everyone. Don't care. Goku's a nigga, bro. Listen, I don't care what anyone says. I've been telling niggas this for time from jump, bro. I don't even need to explain too much. There's a reason for why we fuck with Dragon Ball Z, bro. We see too much and we go, nah, cause for real, I feel Goku. Even Vegeta, the way how Vegeta be moving. Piccolo's black. I'm sorry, bro.
So,
Piccolo's black. On God. One more. Loiter Squad. Loiter Squad, bro. Loiter
well,
Squad. I
crazy.
miss Loiter Squad so much. I would watch that shit all the time. Like I literally quote that shit every day. Like, why you got so much necklace? Like that or the one where he's like, my Moesha CD. I want my money, nigga. I love Charles. Like, bro, I watch that shit way too much, gang. I love them. I love them for making that show on gang.
I miss shit like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, dead ass. They need to do something like that.
My last question for you, it doesn't have to be like a top five or top 10, but what are some of your favorite albums of all time?
Oh my God. Look, okay, I'm gonna have to like really shrink this down because I'll be here all day if we do this. But I have to pick albums that I know that I don't skip and I'll always go to. Actually, hold on. Let me go on my other phone. Let me go on my other phone 1 second. Hold on, hold on. Sire, Jaden Smith.
Okay, okay,
Beautiful, beautiful album, no skips. Sire, um, some rap songs by Earl. Love the album. Serotonin 2 by Yule. Beautiful album. Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight by Trav. A Love Letter to You 3 by Trippie Redd. I know I'm just adding more, but like I'm gonna pick three more, and then I'm done. Okay, Honeymoon by Lana, obviously. Beautiful album. Uh Dirty Sprite 2.
okay, okay.
Come
DS.
on. And I'm gonna throw a curveball because I've been really listening to this album lately. Coral Fang by the Distillers.
Okay, I'll have to check that out for sure.
Very punk, but like Riot Girl punk. Like I love it. You can hear a lot of Courtney Love and Nirvana in it. That's the best way to put it. Like beautiful album. Beautiful. Brody Dale is a beautiful vocalist. Like she did her thing on the album.
I know I said one. Here's the last question. What is your favorite
Mm.
own album?
You can't do that, gang. All right, bet. All right. Fuck, you know. Uh, um, if we're taking away Summerland Part Two,
Mm.
if we're taking that away and it didn't exist yet, I Love You Summer too. Beautiful album. I fucking love that album. That's my most favorite album that I've made. Like, put my
Love.
dussy in that shit. Like, like, bro, I really worked my ass off on that album. And plus, I love the album cover, gang. Like, not to be too in deepness and in depthness, but the album cover is one of my ex partners, and she just sent me like a picture where she's wearing corpse paint, and I looked at it and I went, "This is my album cover." And then she was like, "But what if we break up?" And I was like, "That's crazy to say. That's a big word, but I don't care because it's based." Like every time I look at the album cover, I go, "This matches the album cover so well." So I Love You Summer too is my best project that I've worked on. A lot of my fans would say different. They'll say Wolf Line Baphomet's Garden or Sleep Longer Be Okay. But Summerland 2 is good. But I Love You Summer 2 is so fucking long, bro. Like that's like how many tracks, nigga?
24, 20.
Too many. You feel me? That's a whole journey. That's literally I've mushed in all my sounds that I've ever made into one thing, you know? And
You
that's
be
why I love that shit.
really complain. You be feeding the fan. So
Look, man, I love music. I love this shit. I wouldn't want to change it for the world. So of course, you know, they be thinking like I'm doing it for them. Like, oh, he's feeding us. I'm like, I'm not really feeding y'all. I just love making music, gang. Like, I wouldn't want to change this for the world. I wouldn't want to be anything else but a musician. Like, yeah, I have my on and off days where I'm like, I hate this shit, but I don't really hate it. I love it every day. Beautiful.
is there anything you want the people to know that maybe we didn't talk about? before we close out?
Damn, is that the police? God damn. I'm trying to think. Um, Stop bullying me about Ice Spice. All right, stop with that shit, gang. Like, fuck's sake. I didn't even need to say any of that, but, bruh, I don't know what y'all are looking at, but I know what I'm looking at. Nah, that's all I need to say. And also, one thing that they don't know, they probably do know this, but I love them. I love them very much. More than they know. For real. We are family. And yeah, I be having a loose screw sometimes and I'll be unorthodox and sometimes I'll be OD and too much to like defend sometimes, but I love y'all niggas, boy. For real. Like, I love y'all, man. Y'all changed my life for better. Otherwise, I'll be outside doing bullshit. I love them.